Hey there, I'm Mr. Know-It-All, the lead swing trading analyst trader at Swing Trade Pros, the #1 swing trading and bot community in the world. And I genuinely want to help you make your mark in the thrilling world of swing trading cryptocurrency. I've been trading since 2017 and I've taught myself many different trading strategies, patterns. I'm known for the falling wedge pattern, as you guys might know. I've dedicated my life to mastering these types of structures and patterns, and now my goal is to impact the lives of 1 million of you. You heard that right. My goal is to impact 1 million people this bull cycle. Let that be you. Cryptocurrency markets can be a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs. But through swing trading, I've discovered a strategy that can truly make a difference. I've poured countless hours to studying the intricacies of falling wedge patterns, rising wedge patterns, you name it, and it has become my area of expertise. Here's the thing. I genuinely want to see you thrive in this market. That's why I've made it my mission to impact 1 million of you. I want to provide you with the tools, insight, and support you need to navigate this exciting but challenging landscape. Swing trading is not just about technical analysis. It's about understanding market psychology and developing disciplined risk management strategies. I'll be there to guide you step by step as we identify different types of patterns and structures and seize profitable opportunities. Together, we'll build your confidence in trading skills, ensuring you're well prepared to face the twists and turns of swing trading. Believe me when I say that I genuinely care about your success. That's why I'm inviting you to join me, Mr. Know-It-All, on this transformative journey. Let's make the most of this bull cycle and work towards your financial freedom together. You'll find all my links in my bio. Reach out and let's dive into this world of swing trading. I'm here to support you and your family and guide you every step of the way because your success matters to me. Together, let's make a real impact and achieve trading success.
All right, folks, welcome back. Bitcoin kind of holding the range right now, and we had a little bit of a fake break, as you guys can see. The weekly candle closing, I would still say very strongly, not a very big wick up here. It looks like we $53,000 level. Tether working its way down here. Looks like it's retesting 12-hour support. And the weekly candle coming in a bearish engulfing candle. I'm multicasting right now, so if my thing like crashes, that's why, and I apologize in advance. Streams. My computer is really lagging hard right now. I apologize. I might just kill one of these streams. Pretty brutal. All right. Well, see if that helps out a little bit. All right. Yeah. So weekly candle closed. Weekly bearish engulfing. Wicked right into the zone on the weekly chart here for Tether. So a confirmed breakdown. It wouldn't shock me if we did bounce a little bit, right? Like the daily is very oversold. But yeah, we're right into support here. So, this would be an area where we could get a bounce. The 4-hour is making a higher level of relative strength right now. But you can see that it doesn't look very strong. It looks very weak, right? So you have what looks to be on the RSI a bear flag with room to the downside on the 4-hour. And you can see we're getting a 4-hour bearish cross on our average sentiment oscillator. And so I think that is going to really play out. I think we're going to see maybe some more upside potentially here. We might tag this, like I said, this $53,000 level. If we somehow like break above this level, we can go probably test and touch 55K. We have some weekly levels here we can look at. And if we do manage to get above those levels, there's really not a lot of traded volume up here. And so we'll see how this plays out. But as you guys know, these ETFs are still buying up Bitcoin. And so that's kind of really the driver right now is these ETFs. They keep buying up Bitcoin. All right. Anyways, so Bitcoin looks okay on the weekly time frame. We could get a retrace. We could get a back test. Like I said, if Tether does get some bids here off support, it's very possible that happens. The hourly candle kind of putting in a doji. We could see Tether try to reclaim a range because it is definitely oversold on the daily chart. Like without a doubt, this is oversold and could find a way to push back up. But in general, it doesn't look very bullish. It looks very bearish. Okay. So that's probably going to bode well for risk assets in general. But we shall see. Something could happen where, sellers just come in and try to, take over. And but I mean, it's very bullish looking for the altcoins right now, while Bitcoin just kind of sits up here. Again, Bitcoin just holding the range. Nothing really. This could just go sideways even. Yes, the daily is very overbought. The 2 day is overbought. The 3 day is overbought. The weekly is also overbought. But when you're in a bull run, assets can stay overbought for a long period of time. We do have some weekly bearish divergence here. But our monthly time scale is not overbought, and we're not at a cycle top, if you will. I think that we definitely have some room to run. I would say we have lots of room to run. So we'll just keep that in mind, for the swing trader, it's not really an equitable place to take a swing trade. If you bought at the cycle lows, you're in just a holding position. We could very well see some retracements, and actually that would be healthy to see a retracement before the halving. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm just going to be looking at the levels, and the weekly chart on Bitcoin, the stochastics confirmed a weekly bullish cross. So we very well might see continuation on Bitcoin here. But it might not be as explosive. Well, I mean, it could be if they keep buying Bitcoin, right? You can't be a bear in a bull market. You just can't do it. It's just not one of those things. The trend is your friend until it's no longer your friend, right? So I'm going to throw some tunes on here. I'm glad I cut that other stream. It was really lagging my my computer. So let's throw on some tunes and let's get the show on the road here for some other assets aside from Bitcoin. I think the altcoins are really going to start showing their true strength while Bitcoin sits up here. And that's really the crux of it, right? Well, on Landscaper. Okay. So as you know, we are still in a leveraged position on Moon River. This is still open, by the way. I have not closed this trade. We got a confirmed daily breakout today. That is quite interesting to see. We are in a massive squeeze on the daily. I think this asset has plenty of upside to go. We all know what it's capable of doing after it breaks a range. Massive candle. Big consolidation structure here on this one. So I'm going to keep this trade open. I'm going to keep talking to you guys about my journey on this trade, and we'll take you guys through that as it goes. Okay. All right. So Tether breaking down here, 0.12% down on the day. It is breaking the range. That is very nice to see. You can see the 4-hour momentum rolling over. Right, big hump here. We haven't started even producing negative momentum yet. We could see some nice price action, guys. Just be on the lookout for that. DXY breaking down. We were talking about that in another video that we did on the other channel. Also a rising wedge type of structure on the DXY with momentum being lost here on the daily. We know we did not get across just yet, but you guys can clearly see that the momentum waves here are slowly ticking down. And that could definitely mean that the stock market is going to continue its run. Although we can clearly see that the daily on the S&P 500 right now is very extended. The 2-day also very overbought. The weekly overbought with that weekly bearish divergence coming in. But man, again, you are at all-time highs in a breakout. So good luck shorting the S&P right now with the dollar coming off. I think we're targeting this 5240 region for the S&P. This could take some time, and see how this goes, man. We did get a back test last week. We got the back test, right? Clear as day on that wick candle close above, holding the bullish weekly engulfing candle on the S&P 500. Crazy stuff happening with the S&P. All right, let's look at ETH real quick, because I think the ETH BTC chart is something to pay attention to right now as we move into the next phase of this run. It looks like we're heading into an altcoin run here. ETH BTC should be bid and should start to slowly outperform Bitcoin now. This has not broken out just yet, but man, when this does, just know ETH will go on a tear against Bitcoin. Okay, this is a multi-year, multi-month bullish pennant here on ETH BTC. All right, pretty significant development here. Your stochastics here at the monthly at the bottom, the 2-week crossing up, cross bullish on the 2-week chart, the weekly about to cross up, weekly nowhere near overbought, in neutral territory now from the bearish control zone with that massive divergence we had. Looks very, very strong, guys, ETH BTC. So be on the lookout for that. I think that's looking pretty solid. Check out some of your other pairings against Bitcoin too if you really want to trade them. Like if we were to look at INJ, for example, and we compared it against Bitcoin, I mean, we all know that this asset completely outperformed Bitcoin last year and this year. And yeah, that monthly is quite extended, but I mean, take a look at your monthly momentum. It's still building. It's not trying to tell me that it's going to resolve down. I mean, yes, the RSI is ticking down. It might go sideways and lose some value here against Bitcoin, but I think this is a massive, massive, massive asset here, guys. Like, I don't know where this is going to go against Bitcoin in the long term. I just don't. Look at the 2-day chart. Look what it's doing, man. This looks ridiculous. Looks like it's trying to set up for another move against Bitcoin. That means it's probably trying to set up another move against the dollar. And that looks like a right-angled descending broadening formation. And those break to the upside. Look at your momentum oscillator on the 2-day chart here. Beautiful hidden bullish divergence. Okay. Right. You have a lower low on price here with or you have lower levels of negative momentum here with a higher low on price than the previous histogram, and your 2-day RSI is about to cross bullish. Very, very strong. Your 2-day stochastics about to cross bullish. Right, big swing up here on INJ looks like, okay? Coming days, maybe next week or two. Just to give you guys a for example, and we can look at Avalanche. Avalanche is trying to make a push here. Holding the daily RSI. Became overbought, pulled back real quick. But man, this is looking also very strong against the dollar. The weekly candle close kind of got a bit of rejection at this level, but looks like it's still got plenty of momentum to swing up here. And I'm targeting the top of the range here, this $53 region. if we can break $53, man, this is not a lot of action to break through, right? Let's go to the monthly chart for a second on Avalanche here. Nowhere near overbought, sitting at 58 on the RSI. This thing is set up, guys. This thing is set up on the monthly time frame for a major movement. Okay. Ethereum, beautiful structure. Again, long-term channel up, being respected. Broke a bottoming ascending triangle formation right here. Clear breakout. Beautiful, beautiful breakout for Ethereum. We now have the ETH narrative going on with the ETFs coming in May, right? So kind of a similar story with Bitcoin, but now Ethereum. Ethereum, a tier one, being deemed as a tier one asset. Again, with the monthly looking super, super strong. Monthly cross up, just building that positive momentum. Huge swing up there. You guys see that, right? Very nice chart. All right, this is kind of where I'll pause and ask you guys what you guys think about the current market situation, and what do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think we're going to continue to see some crazy price action, or do you think we're going to get a pullback in this market? Okay, we won't get the usual pulse chain dump. Did it really? I think you're right. You know, go away May thing. I think this next month or two, we're going to see altcoins get to their Fibonacci, golden pocket retrace areas and pull back. But that could still mean a double up or triple up for some of these assets that are really wreck city, man. You know, like the CTKs of this world. And the Moon Rivers of this world, the Phantoms of this world, right? Like these look like bottom formations, man. Like just coming in at monthly charts, just looking like they're going to go test tops of ranges and potentially break them. Like look at the rounding action on this monthly, man. This looks like lots of upside to come, big movements coming, volume receded. Like give a for example of some of these assets that look crazy. Algorand also doing things here, a slower mover, of course, but hey, man, I mean, it's just all about how you can strategize what assets to buy during this phase of the market, because you're gonna miss a lot of these opportunities in the next couple of months. These assets are going to be gone. HBAR putting in a nice candle here on the weekly, just curling up, man. Right? You see that? Just curling up on the weekly chart. And there's no real amount of resistance on HBAR until like this level here, like this 16 to 20 cent region. Right, weekly stochastics crossing up, crossing above the signal line. There's lots of bullish assets right now. INJ looking very strong up here. Broke out of its wedge consolidation pattern on the weekly. Big candle close there for INJ. the daily closing outside, big pattern, man. Again, rounding action with the divergence, everything telling you that we're probably going to see some continuation on it, right? Kava coin, I made a video about this the other day. This one looks like it's ready to do stuff. It is still down here at the bottom. Look at that histogram of negative momentum. It's like not even existent. This thing is probably going to make a major move soon down here. All right, the very low risk area for the swing trader. Okay, this area is a very low risk area for the swing trader. Descending broadening formation, you know, putting in looks to be like some sort of rectangle bottom down here. And we see these all the time and how they form, right? I'm gonna add my squeeze indicator to this chart real quick because I think this one is gonna see some fun stuff. I do have a position in this asset. Full disclosure on that. Yeah, man. I mean, look at the squeeze on the weekly chart, dude. Like, come on. Link 1, AMD, FTM finally moving up. Yeah. Things are starting to tick up, man. The weekly squeeze on Kava looks nice. Yeah, we'll take a look at Chainlink for you, man. Absolutely. You know, rectangle bottom stuff, right? We call this out in the Discord at the bottom at $5-6. Remember, we had that fake breakdown. We had the rectangle bottom breakout. Beautiful looking chart, man. What a chart. You know, if we were to fib from our swing high to our swing low, we're in like no man's land on the Fibonacci levels here. So like we could just see this thing run. And if we fib from the swing high to our bear market low, you know, we're getting close to that 618, which could be a level where maybe it pulls back at after this consolidation here. But I mean, what you're gonna just pull back to like, you know, $16 and just consolidate here again and then go for another leg up. That's what that's looking like to me. And nothing really bearish looking on these charts, guys. Like, let's be real. I think we've successfully entered a bull run. The monthly squeeze was broken on Chainlink, momentum building. Monthly RSI is getting a little elevated at 65. Your weekly is probably overbought. But you know, you bounced off this level. You're starting to make positive momentum again. But yeah, watch for that divergence on the weekly. Okay, if that starts to build, you know what's coming. Okay, yes, you're overbought on the weekly time frame as well, and you didn't go outside the band, but you touched the top of the Bollinger, which means it may not have the strength to continue pushing. But we'll see. Chainlink has gone on quite a rally already. Your daily is looking okay though, with maybe a potential cross up here. What do I think about SEI? Let's take a look at SEI. So SEI and price discovery, not really too much to talk about aside from, you know, it's holding the trend. And we caught a beautiful short on it not too long ago. It was a couple weeks ago when it put in that like looked like a reversal candle here. So we shorted it. It rejected the channel, and then we pulled back. We consolidated. We just held the range and then broke out, man. Like, look at that weekly candle close, dude. That's for real, dude. That's a big candle, man. Big candle there for SEI. And so, yeah, I mean, if we were to take some fibs, I'm not including the all-time high here because we are still in price discovery, but you know, we could potentially target the top of the channel, which is $1.60. Nice, Wild Man. Good job. All right, so one, Harmony 1. So we broke this initial downtrend. We got a rally, and we're kind of, you can slowly see that we're trying to. We actually did break out, right? We broke this trend line. We broke it. We back tested it. Now we're rallying off of it. You know, this looks like descending broadening formation stuff. Look left on your chart here. You have this level here. This is the previous previous area where it opened, and we got a rejection wick up to it. But if we end up breaking these levels, man, I mean, there's not really a lot here. You got some straight up, straight down type of price action. If some buying pressure comes in, we can see. I mean, the weekly looks pretty good, right? Nice squeeze on the weekly stochastics crossing bullish. Your MACD starting to build that positive momentum again. Very nice. Nothing bad to say. Crossing up bullish here above the signal line. I think that this is going to make a run, man, at least at the top of this range, or even up to the 3.2 cent region in some time. And in terms of Fibonacci's, you got ping pong going on right now, right top of the fib here. 2 cents roughly. FTM we kind of looked at before. Broader market getting some nice action, man. GRT with a nice breakout. Look at that. That's a nice reversal on this asset. You broke this major wedge structure that you were in for a long period of time. That's probably your main resistance. You can see that was a previous support and broke it. So that's going to act as a pretty big level there for GRT once we get up there. And we got this level here. You guys can see these areas, right? It's pretty clear what's going on these charts. GMX we'll take a look at. Sure, man. Interesting, man. That looks really good, actually. Like, top of your range up here, bottom of your range. What's going on, Lipa? Yeah, GMX incoming on a break. Very nice looking chart on the weekly time frame. Look at that bullish engulfing candle, man. That's something not to ignore, for real. That's something for real to look at. You held this bottom low here too, like very, very nicely on that support. It almost looks like a confirmed inverse head and shoulders pattern with your neckline, somewhere right here around 56 bucks. You end up breaking 56 bucks. You're looking at about an 87% measured move on that breakout, which will take you into price discovery. Very nice. Weekly. Oh my God, this thing is set up, guys. You guys see this momentum oscillator right here? We have bullish divergence. We got a pump. We got barely any more negative divergence there or negative momentum. And man, that is just coiled on the weekly chart. That looks absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. GMX looks great, guys. That looks great. For the swing trader, revoke old contracts. Do you have any ones to suggest about? Because I don't really mess with too much DeFi stuff, but thanks for bringing that up, Joseph. That's important. I want to bring your attention back to Moon River. Okay. I am long this asset as well, obviously. I mean, look at that. Just look at these candles, man. Look at this squeeze on this thing, guys. This is going to do something crazy. All right. It is going to do something crazy. It will do something crazy. I promise you it will. Charts are telling me that. Absolutely. You're getting back above this Fibonacci level. You're looking at ping pong back above to the range. This is straight down price action, man. Straight down. That means buying pressure comes in, and we're going straight up, breaking out of the channel. This is going to 42 bucks potentially. Test that wick high, and again, this range right here, also some straight down price action. I mean, these are the types of assets that if you bought low on these things, man, you're gonna see Some really cool stuff. This looks like you know, if you were to draw a flagpole, like this looks like a big bull flag, right? Like a massive bull flag on this thing. Just zoom out, man. Just zoom out. Solar will do something when Moon River and KSM do something. Remember that. Let's take a look at Solar Beam real quick, because you guys know I have a position in that, no doubt. Full disclosure, entry 2.7 cents on Solar Beam, a $1 million market cap coin. Probably one of my biggest gambles in this market right now, aside from some other small cap coins that I'm in. All right, so Solar Beam attempted to break today and did not break, obviously not getting the volume, right? So that's the key. We need to see the volume on this break. We're in a wedge pattern right here, you know, making like still a higher low than the previous range low. You can see that there was volume that started to come in. Just pay attention to Moon River, because this Moon River is leading this asset in terms of volume. But look at the rectangle range that you're in. It's like picture perfect bull flag type stuff. And yeah, I think Moon River goes to $40 to $90 range. This thing is going to just send, man. You're talking about a $1 million market cap, not going to take a lot of money to push this thing up. Not at all. Yeah, you got some crazy divergence going on here. I think I drew this on the 3-day chart. Yeah. All right. It's just building. Negative momentum is still building. Once we start to round out here on the 3-day time scale and start losing that negative momentum, which we're starting to kind of see here on the daily, all right, that is going to be when this reversal takes place. And look at the 12-hour. The 12-hour is also telling you as well, right? Look at that. Selling pressure becoming less and less on the momentum oscillator. You got a 12-hour stochastic cross up. That's looking pretty good, man. That's looking pretty good, dude. Pretty good. All right. And the monthly on Moon River, I mean, look at this bullish engulfing back test. I mean, why can't you see a God candle out of here? I mean, it's telling you that it's going to. The daily chart looks absolutely insane. Insane with the squeeze, man. Anyways, I'm done spending time talking about this. I think you guys got the drift. This one looks pretty strong. For those that have been in the community, know that I bought this asset in January of 23 around $7. And we're just sitting on a position, man. There's no reason to get out of this thing right now. We had this massive wedge break or channel break here not too long ago, and it just broke right through the median of the channel, and now we can replot this as a major channel. Very cool stuff. All right. Plenty of other assets looking pretty crazy. Did you guys see the LPT call? If you guys are in the Discord and part of the alert service, you guys know I called out live peer token at $8. I gave a live trade entry. Man, dude, this thing just went absolutely berserk on nutso above this fib level here. Crazy, crazy move on live peer token. Wow. What a rip, dude. What a rip. But yeah, you know, getting caught up right here at the 50% retracement level. It wouldn't shock me if it just consolidated. I mean, this is very strong. Like, look at your weekly candle. That is a what I like to call a God candle here on live peer token. Okay, a 147% move that printed on the weekly chart. Crazy freaking move, man. Crazy freaking move. Massive wedge pattern, broke out of it, just ticked its way all the way up, and then finally broke this range. And not really too much here either. We got resistance at like $22 maybe. Yeah, that's the level to break. It got pretty close to that on that squeeze up the other day. Very, 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 very nice. Very nice. Audio coin was another one that I was looking at. I even did a trading view video about it. Just take a look, man. Take a look at what's going on in this asset. All right, this is your clear level of resistance here, and you know this looks like some sort of bottoming Bottoming pennant. Looks like a bottoming pennant. You know, high or low on the weekly time frame. You know, your major trend line here. You know, maybe like, maybe just like a major pennant. A major pennant. Holy shit. You guys see that? Zoom out, man. Zoom out. Wow. What a structure. Bottom to top, man. Bottom to top. 4,026% measured move on a breakout, man. 4,400% on this break. Okay, $14 potentially on this asset. What do you want, man? We looked at ETH already, brother. Scroll back in the stream a bit. Yeah, dude, some of these coins just look absolutely insane, man. Some of them look crazy. Dent coin was another one. This one looked retarded. This is an OG coin from previous cycle. Look at your monthly RSI, dude. This thing's at like 33. Yeah, this is not the right chart. I think Binance has the chart. Yeah, I mean, look at this thing. Massive wedge break. Absolutely incredible setup on the monthly time frame. Like, where's this thing going, man? Okay, we have the top of our range here. You shall not pass for now. Okay, we have a, you know, a level right here. We might touch up to about 0.02. That's basically a double up, right? Man, top of the wedge is 1.3 cents. That's over a 10x from here. 936% measured move. Okay. Some crazy charts, boys and girls. Let's take a look at, I want to show you guys why I think that this market is really set up, these altcoins anyway. And you guys should all be referencing this all the time if you guys are trading the crypto market. And it's blockchaincenter.net. This is like where the rainbow chart is and stuff like that. But we're looking at the altcoin index, and we are going to scrunch this out. This is on the yearly. So, you know, you can see every time when the altcoins are actually bottoming, which was back in, you know, August and October here, this was the time to really buy the altcoins. Right, and we got this major rally. And what did we just do now, man? Looks like we're just basing out right here. Holy shit. We broke, like, if you drew a trend line from this top across, you could see we broke this like wedge structure. The altcoins, you really just want to hold now until they get into the 75 range, because that's when the markets are getting frothy. Markets ain't frothy yet. Look at this chart. Crazy. Cool, man. Well, let's take a look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart. Bitcoin rainbow chart is just crossing into the green zone, so still cheap. They're still buying this motherfucker right now. And then we got the ETH chart, the ETH rainbow chart. All right, so ETH rainbow chart should be, says steady. Man, this thing didn't even go into fire sale or undervalued territories because it's so strong, man. Crazy. Wow. Incredible market. Haven't shown Glassnode in a while. Yeah, I think I don't know what I did with my login. That's kind of why, but I'm not sure what that's looking like right now, but I'm sure Bitcoin's probably entering that green phase or something right now. Tether's getting fucking smoked right now, man. Holy shit. Yeah. There it is, man. These are the levels, though, man. These are the levels. This is a major support level here. This 4.6 to 4.8 region. Watch out for that. If we start busting through that, man, holy shit. Holy shit. If we start busting through that. And I think we will, because the monthly is telling you that, right? We went through this already. Monthly RSI breakdown broke the structure that it's been in for years. Clear breakdown on the RSI. Lots of movement, lots of momentum to the swing to the downside on tethered dominance. Yeah, like the shorter time scales, daily and all that sort of stuff are probably getting oversold. But like, let's zoom out to the 3-month, man. This thing's got lots of room to go down, boys and girls. Lots of room to go down, all right? So just, if you guys have been in since the bottom of these markets, just get your popcorn out and just chill, man. It's going to be quite a show. Awesome. What a time to be alive in these markets right now. Bitcoin dominance, let's cover that because that's pretty important to watch for the altcoins. We're coming into the 3-month Kijun line here. All right, the monthly still intact, right at the trend line. Weekly got a bit of a rejection. We saw altcoins start their movements. What USDT going off penged? I'm not sure what that means, bro. Of course, Jesus. Of course, man. H-bar. I got a bag of H-bar. 4.6 cent entry. We covered it earlier, man. It's breaking the range right now. It's looking pretty good. I said once we break above this 10-cent region, we're looking at 12 to 16 cents on this push. We could do something like this where we break out and then back test the range again and then just send it. There's nothing really there on the monthly time frames. Monthly Kijun line is probably where you really get the pullback, which is right around that 18, 19 cent region. So we're looking at like basically a double up from here. I cut the music. I'm actually streaming on both channels right now, if you guys haven't noticed. If you guys aren't aware, I also started another channel. It's called Professor Noted All Trades. It's kind of like my personal brand. And yeah, I wanted to restart a channel just to kind of redo some of the content that I had done in the past and kind of make it better. So you guys could follow me there as well. Is USDT going off peg $1? Why? What are you talking about? Is it really going off peg right now? Why are you bringing that up, dude? Is it losing its peg? Something drastic happening? That's pretty close to peg on KuCoin right now. I was looking at tether dominance, man, not the actual tether itself. I was looking at the dominance of tether in the market, because when tether dominance goes down, crypto assets go up. And when tether dominance goes up, crypto assets go down. We could also look at USDC.D, right? Because, I would still say most of the trading volume is happening today in tether, not in USDC. That might change in the future, but right now, a lot of the action is still with tether. And, we broke this rising wedge structure on tether dominance. And again, it doesn't really look like it's reversing anytime soon. We could plot some fibs here. We're right at a 618 level, or we're getting close to a 618 level, but we still got room to go down and test it. And you don't want to long the channels until they break out of them, remember. Based on your experience, is it better to hold till the bull run or keep swing trading? I personally like the approach of buy and hold, especially if you got a really good entry. because you're gonna looks like the DOJ is opening an inquiry into USDT. Yeah, of course they are. They want to control the market. I don't think they're going to get anywhere until the next cycle, truthfully. Because I think this is me speculating, but I think what they're going to do is they're going to make USDC a CBDC. That's just my opinion, but that could be happening. And to do that, they got to get everybody out of Tether, so they can control the crypto market. But again, I'm just speculating. I don't know if that's actually going to be the case. So, yeah, I would stick to weekly and monthly timeframes for swing trading. Remember, we identified bottoms off the weekly RSIs, so we can also identify those tops on the weekly RSIs, but they have to be confluent with the monthly RSI as well, right? So if your monthly's overbought and you're showing weekly bearish divergence, well, you're probably potentially at some sort of top, local top, or maybe top of the cycle type of thing. But I will sit here and tell you that these assets are not topped out. They have lots of room to run on monthly time frames. So just be patient. Remember that altcoin index chart. Once the altcoin index chart gets up to that 75 region, those are probably areas where you can look to de-risk and get out of your positions. You know, you might want to hold a moon bag. You might go to that 80, 90 region on the altcoin index for those super parabolic moves we're going to see towards the end of the market, where everything's going up hundreds of percents in a couple days. And that's just going to be it. That's just going to be blow off top stuff or double top stuff, or whatever it does, whatever coins do, whatever they do. You know, every coin's going to be different, of course. So, yep. How's super looking? I think last time it was asked about, it was looking pretty good. Man, I mean, what massive falling wedge pattern broke the 618. Looks like it's on its way to $2. Monthly chart running into the monthly Kijun line, but crossing above it. You see how it's turning green right there? That means you're going into a monthly potential uptrend, and you could see, $15 at some point in this cycle for this asset. You're probably going to get a pullback somewhere. It's not going to just continue going straight up, but yeah, that looks pretty strong, man. Looks pretty strong. Broke a monthly squeeze. You're getting a monthly ASO cross, or about to. Monthly uptrending coming for this asset. Very nice chart. How to chart new gaming coins like Mavia. I don't know. If you don't have the data, then I don't know. Yeah, let's take a look at it, man. Let's see what we got on this one. Heroes of Mavia. Oh man, yeah, there's no data on this thing. Yeah, I mean, see, like buying coins like this is kind of gambling because you don't know anything about it. I get it. We're basically entering into an altcoin run. So, I mean, it's tough, but try to get as much high time frame analysis as you can. This has 4-hour bearish divergence, which going into an uptrend like this doesn't really mean that much, because it could just make a higher low somewhere and then just pivot and rally. Should you buy BTC or sell? I can't tell you what to do, man. That's on you, truthfully. I don't give financial advice or actions to do. I just identify things on charts and tell you what I think the assets might do in the long term or short term, and that's kind of what it is, dude. Render is another one that is, this thing's gone. We called this out at like $2. Wow, what a structure on this one too. completely parabolic. Just trade my bag for me. Yeah. Man, let's look at Pulse Chain. You guys know about Pulse Chain? I don't think a lot of you guys do know about it. I actually picked up a position in Pulse X, which is the DEX on Pulse Chain. And let's see what that thing's doing, right? The whole market's looking good, so well, this should be doing good, right? Ooh, little pullback on Pulse X. Okay, well, top of the range. Could get a drawdown here to like this 47 region. RSI. Well, RSI in the daily is holding the bullish control zone, so that's good to see. But yeah, it looks kind of like weakish. We got some movement down here on the MACD on the daily. The 3-day chart, yeah, losing momentum on the 3-day. Weekly, starting to lose some momentum here on the weekly. Not enough information on the weekly yet. The monthly also not really a lot of information, but this does look like. Yeah, I mean, we could see a bit of a pullback. As long as we don't take out this monthly candle, man, I think this is looking pretty strong. You can see that the volume, though, is coming off. So I'd like to see more volume come into this asset. And yeah, so Pulse X looks okay on the monthly time frame for a swing trader. Give me the loot. Let's see. Pulse Chain itself. So if Pulse X is coming off, that means, well, Pulse Chain is actually holding its range up here on the daily. The 4-hour kind of bouncing off this range. Yeah, looks okay for right now. Pulse Chain, 4-hour stochastics ticking up. Looks to me like we got a bit of a consolidation happening on the RSI, so somewhat of a flag pattern happening here with your 4-hour stochastics pointing back up and getting a bounce off the bottom of the range. So good, nice rejection by the bulls here, holding the range. That's very good to see. You do have some like lower high stuff happening here on shorter time scales, but you could just get enough energy to break this. And that's kind of what we're looking to see, because above here, there's not really much. You could just go straight up to the all-time high after that. All right. I put out a video that this thing could do a 1600x. I don't know if that's really feasible or plausible, because that would make it a crazy market cap. But if we look at like the, I think it was the V1 chart on Pulse. Or maybe it was the V2 chart. I think it was the V2 chart. I think it was the V2 chart. Yeah, I think it's this, right? Yeah. So like this like when it got launched type of thing, and then there's no price action here. Yeah. Like if this was the chart that we had on it, like, and it broke this range, forget it. You're just talking about something that's just gonna, break its rectangle and just work its way up, man. There's nothing here. So yeah, that's what that kind of looks like on that chart. But the other chart has the data. So nice, wild man. Of course, man. TJR. Absolutely. The ZKZX one we were talking about last night, right? Donnie, we were talking about how momentum shifting structure on it was in a wedge pattern. And what do you know? We got a break, right? There's the break. There you go. Near protocol, yep. We gave an entry on near around, I want to say $1.80 down at the lows. And that thing's trading over $3 and change today. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I got for tonight. If you guys have any other assets you guys want me to look at, nice, Donnie, 1984 on Zcash. Very good entry. Beautiful. I'm sure, man, that asset was getting destroyed, dude. Zcash, yeah. Big wedge, though, man. Big wedge on this thing. Very nice wedge pattern in development there on Zcash with momentum shifting structures and a nice squeeze. Reef. Let's take a look at Reef. Yeah, I think that thing. I gave an entry on that in the Discord. Down here actually somewhere, double bottom. Falling wedge breakout back test. Very nice. Again, in the squeeze with the weekly stochastic oscillator crossing back up, almost crossing above the 20 line. So we're almost there. Very, very nice. We'll look at Bake and XAI, sure, and Analysts. Caspa. I mean, I don't own any Caspa. I feel like I missed that, so I'm not gonna like try to chase it. Bake looking pretty good, holding the fib level. Weekly Keegan line around 49 cents. You break above that, you're looking at the 618 target. Again, to retest that. This is a beautiful falling wedge pattern. And yeah, you got to the 618 and pulled beautifully back. Eventually, your swing target is almost $4. Wedges usually break to the tops of their wedge patterns after they do anywhere from a 382 to 618, which we did, and pull back. So we got the pullback, man. Now you're looking at continuation on this asset. All right. Let's see. We got a lot of requests here tonight. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in and posting your guys' questions, because that is important. Take a look at Gala. Yep. XAI, is this a new? I feel like this is a new asset. Yeah, there's not really too much data on this thing, but I mean, you can see it just holding the range. Coming maybe into the top of a range here for a break potentially, and an ascending triangle up here, or like a bull flag, if you will. Yeah, that looks very good. Very, very good. Yeah, daily squeeze or 24-hour. Yeah, probably just daily squeeze on this thing. Daily stochastics crossing up. So yeah, you're looking at some nice upside on this. Your triangle. Donnie, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Appreciate that, brother. So down from the bottom of the trend line here to the top of the trend line is about 110% measured move on this XAI coin. So you could probably, if you do break this range, you could expect to see about 110% measured move initially on the out the gate. Probably go test the wick high up here first and maybe pull back or something. It's not going to do the whole move right away, but something like that. And that's your trajectory for this asset. Looks pretty strong. Looks pretty good. Let's see. That was XAI analysts. Let's see what that one looks like. I don't know where the data is, but I'm going to guess Mexi's got it. Okay. All right, man. So this one's pretty wrecked. Like this could be. This looks good, man. The daily, you got a daily cross here on your ASO, your average sentiment oscillator. It looks like you might be trying to round out a bottom down here. You could strategize a swing trade from these lows or from this area. If I were to be taking a trade on it, it would be probably somewhere in this range, right? Because you're just making higher highs and higher lows now. So if you were to, swing trade this, and you entered right here, and you gave yourself about a 30%, basically the bottom, right? Like you're in spot. Like who cares? Like you could swing this all the way back up to the top. This looks like a rounding bottom formation, something like that eventually. Whoever pointed this one out, this looks great, guys. You know, you can see the daily RSI just, you know, in the 36 zone, so lots of room to the upside. Really wrecked on the 2-day. Yeah, this is where you want to be buying assets. Okay, when they're oversold like this and they're showing signs of potentially a swing back up, right? You don't really want to buy assets that are overbought already. You want to buy assets that are oversold, right? So yeah, good call on this one, man. This looks interesting for sure. Analysts, that was analysts. What do we got? We got a lot of chat here. Let's see. Let's try to get through some of these. Covered Reef Bake XAI analysts. Any thoughts on Caspa? I think I gave you my opinion on it. It's probably going to continue higher, man. Like, it's got a really strong community. We can look at the chart if you want. Let me know if you want to look at the chart. If not, I got plenty of charts to look at here. STMX, I think that's a gaming coin. This was an OG gaming coin, I think. Yeah, this one looks pretty interesting as well. Let's take a look if we got some more data on this one. Okay, Binance got it. Oh yeah, I already have to plot it. Falling wedge breakout, back test. It looks almost exactly like what LPT did after it broke out of its wedge pattern, and you get above this weekly Kijun line here, which is like an Ichimoku cloud, if you will, around this 0.088 region. And you could probably see this thing go up to the 618 fib extension, just like LPT did, like just straight up, you know, 100-something% candle, something crazy. And then maybe find yourself reversing there, right? Because after you do something like that, you're probably going to get a big pullback, right? And then eventually to the top of the wedge. Very nice chart. Let's see. Are you in like a squeeze? Yeah, you're in a weekly squeeze. Yeah, this looks absolutely fantastic for a swing trade, okay? You know, probably a really good area. You could strategize your entry and set your stop below this Fibonacci level, you know, 0.006 region, and look to swing this to the upside. It looks great. Who's going to hit $1 first, H-bar or VET? I don't know, man. Ren. Yeah, I was looking at Ren the other day. That looks pretty good too. Ren is, you know, another massive falling wedge pattern. You're most likely going to see this breakout, right? A lot of these assets, after they make wedges like this, you know, your first, you know, fib target is this 10-cent region. You break that, you're looking at, I think this level here, 17 cents potentially, right? This area got tagged. You had a rejection here, so that's probably a major level, on a major order block level, the 50% retracement level. Okay, and then if you break the 50% retracement level, you got a lot of resistance right here, man. A lot of resistance around that 30-cent region, but that's almost a 5x. Okay, that's almost a 5x. All right, cool. Let's see. So that was Ren. FitFee. Let's take a look at that. Never really heard of that one. Oh, that's the Step app. Okay. All right. So this one's related to GMT, right? Yeah, so broke your downtrend here again with the falling wedge setups. Man, like just all over the place in this market. You just have to watch and learn what they do and why they do it. You can see it's holding this range right here that it broke out of and back tested. Looks like a cup and handle type of structure. Cup with handle potentially, you know, falling wedges, break to the upside. You know, 67% of the time we got the wedge break in the test here. So we're most likely looking at a continuation pattern on this asset. Very nice. In terms of where you're going, you know, the 236 fib extension looks like the top of this range right here. You end up breaking that, I think, for the wedge targets anywhere from the 38.2 to the 618 before a reversal. But this asset kind of went straight down. It doesn't really have lots of resistance. So if there's really a demand for this asset, then you're going to probably see a lot of crazy price action on it, right? And the weekly RSI, yeah, dude, like sitting right here, man, neutral. Lots of room up. Lots of room up. Squeeze, definitely in a squeeze. This one looks pretty good. Could definitely strategize a swing entry on this as well with a stop below this range low and a swing up to the first major resistance level up here at this 2.2 cent region, which is a nice 3 to 4x swing. All right. So that is FitFi. We're going to look at Gala. I was looking at Gala the other day. Actually, it looked pretty good. A lot of these are looking pretty good right now. There's your wedge break. There's your back test. I mean, beautiful. What more could you ask for to see? That looks like an inverse head and shoulders pattern in development on its way up to 4 cents. And you break 4 cents, you're looking at the next fib level here around 7. And that seems like an area where you have kind of like this little area here on the chart. Not really too much resistance here once you break above that region, right? So yeah, I would say between 4 and 7 cents, that region right there, if you end up breaking it, you're gonna really see this asset appreciate really, really fast. So anywhere between, again, the 382 to the 618 on the falling wedges. All right, looks great. Looks absolutely fantastic. Ocean was requested. I'm going to look at Ocean real quick. Ocean did break out of a major structure. Yeah, again, okay. Major falling wedge developed here, broke out of it, back tested it, and now rallying through this 786 fib extension. Your next real target here is this 110 region. But this looks like a massive bull flag, right? Like, let's look at the flag, and you can see that it could be its trajectory, long-term trajectory around $7 eventually if it does break that top. Okay, that looks pretty good. Your weekly is probably getting extended up here. Yeah, definitely. But you're just breaking this squeeze. You could stay overbought up here. You can just go sideways, consolidate, and make higher lows type of thing. So it looks very powerful on the weekly, and I'm sure the monthly looks absolutely fantastic. It does. You're breaking a monthly squeeze right now, man. This is like set up for major upside. Beautiful looking structure. Absolutely looking great for Ocean. All right. Let's see. We got Gala. We'll look at Hot. Hello Chain. This is another OG coin, right? Yeah, 2021. I don't know if this is all the data on it. Let's see if Binance has the data on this one. All right, Binance does have the data. All right, this looks a lot like Dent coin, right? Like the falling wedge break. You guys noticing a pattern? Like all these charts, like almost very identical with their wedges. Okay, wedges are very, very profitable trades to look for in these markets. And yeah, I mean, you can clearly see you have the monthly Kijun line here around this 0.05 region. Eventually, you probably get there. You got this level right here, which you're at resistance of and trying to get above. So you get above that region. You saw what happened here. It just went straight up after that. So yeah, probably just to move straight up into this Kijun line right here, which is right around, like I said, 0.05. All right. So that's Hot. We looked at Gala Hex coin. We'll look at Hex. I think I'm just going to use the Uniswap version here. This isn't the right chart. I think I've charted this before. So Hex, the descending broadening formation is still intact. I think we actually gave this on our profile. You guys should totally follow me on my profile, TradingView profile. I do post trades here sometimes. Or just outlooks on the market. We posted this on December 25th when the price of Hex was 0.05. It's more than doubled. It's almost basically doubled since I posted this chart. All right, so that should give you some inkling as to where I think this is going. And we gave that a couple months ago already. All right, so yeah, you get above this level, this region, you're looking at 1.7, and I think eventually to the trend line, which is like right around 3 cents. And then you could see, if you don't break out of the trend line, you could get what we call a partial decline back down to this 1.7 region, make a higher low and hold this level. This level will probably become support before you really break out of this structure. All right, that's looking pretty good. Damn, there's so many more tickers to go through here, guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, you guys know what to do. Smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, tick the notification bell, tell all your friends about what we do here at STP and at Professor Noted All Trades. All right. Okay, so stacks, loop ring, sand. Stacks is a very strong asset. I kind of missed this one. I didn't get in it, but It looked great. I don't know that that's all the data on it. Let me see if I can find the data. I think Binance has the data. Yeah. Okay, there you go, man. So Matt, it's about to break its all-time highs. I gave a price projection up to the 1272 major fib extension. If you do break the all-time highs, that's to about $7. And yeah, this asset looks very strong, man. Very, very, very strong. There's no doubt about it. This monthly broke its squeeze already. Very nice. Loop ring. I got a bag of loop ring. I'm sitting on some 50 cents. So I'm kind of wrecked on it. Broke the channel in a monthly squeeze as well. I think this will eventually go up, hence why I'm holding the position. And the monthly Kijun line is right around this 116 region. And you get above that, I think you go back up to these all-time highs, this $5 level, when we interact with the top of this channel eventually. All right, so that's loop ring. Sand, I got a bag of sand as well. That's a very strong metaverse play. And again, with the falling wedge break, what's going on here? Why is this looking all weird? Anyways, yeah, so almost a perfect picture channel drawn here on this asset with the falling wedge break in the back test. And you could easily conjecture your targets here, swing targets on this asset. Yeah, so you get above like this region right here, this like 83-cent region. You're looking at a break to about $1.64, and looks like that 886 level on the monthly chart looks like a good level. That's where we could really see this thing go nutso and parabolic to. I don't know if it's going to get to $42, but man, if it does, that's crazy. Last cycle it did something crazy. That's why I'm in this asset this cycle, and this looks to me like a major bull play. Yeah, that would be something that it could potentially do. We're probably in a monthly squeeze, and we are. Beautiful, and it hasn't even broke the squeeze yet. So you guys understand, we have lots of room to run on these assets that are in these types of squeezes, okay? These can take months to play out. Months to play out. They're going to just leg up, go sideways, pull back, make higher lows, higher highs, continue the same thing over and over again until it tops out. And that's what they're going to do. So just be patient if you're in these trades. That's why longer term outlooks on these assets is really what you should be doing if you're new to trading. All right, WLKN. I know nothing about this coin. No idea where it's traded. Let's take a look at KuCoin. Maybe KuCoin's got the data. WLKN, USD, maybe Bybit. Okay, looks like Bybit has the data. All right, so your top of your range looks like a resistance level here. You got your opening candle and the bottom of your range. So you're at the bottom of your range on the monthly. Not really looking that good. I mean, yes, you're holding above your range low. You could strategize taking an entry. Your RSI also not really looking nothing. It's not really, you don't really have an edge here, man. But yeah, your monthly is wrecked. So like you could definitely try to buy this thing down here. Take a shot at buying it, and set your stop loss below this low or even below the lowest low for an attempted swing trade. And you got your major trend line right here that if you do break that, I think you will see some major upside, but you're yet to really do that. And there's lots of other assets that look, no offense, but look a lot better than this thing. But this is still low on the price. So you could be looking at a potential nice swing trade if this asset starts to perform. Well, you can clearly see your range. You had a fake break into this area and dumped right back down into the range and tested it again as resistance. And now you're just going sideways. So lack of demand on this asset is what I'm seeing. GMT was looking good. That's stepping. We had probably another falling wedge pattern on this thing. Oh my God, yes we do. That is another falling wedge break that we just saw happen. So the falling wedge break that happened here, an attempted rally into this range again and didn't quite do it. Fibbing from the wick low to the wick high. We tagged the 618 perfectly. We came back down to the 50% retracement level, just ping-ponging in the range. You guys see that. It's pretty clear. And then, if we do see continuation, which it looks like we will, we got a bottom bounce off our weekly Bollinger with a higher low on the RSI, implying that we could see further upside. Back up to the top of the range, man. Just go test that again. See what happens. You end up breaking that. There's not really a lot of resistance on this thing. If it does break 618, we're looking at, probably this wick high level here at that 63-cent region, and then maybe a retest, and then just off to the races probably. All right, so Ape Coin. Yeah, let's take a look at Ape. Ape Coin is an NFT type of play. If ETH's going to go nuts, then, man, Ape Coin probably goes nuts with it. We're going to go to the Coinbase chart, which doesn't have the data. We are going to go to the Binance chart, which I think does have the data. All right, so ApeCoin, yep, fall again. What do you know? Falling wedge breakout with the double bottom on the weekly time frame. Yeah, man, this looks pretty good. You could strategize a long-term swing trade on this with that formation. It's pretty clear that that top of the range there, and maybe some sort of ascending triangle at the bottom here that is forming on the weekly chart with the RSI telling you upside, and the squeeze is real on the weekly chart. That looks great, flat. All right, that I believe concludes all of the requests. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tips are always appreciated, but not necessary. I'm here for you guys. If you guys have any questions about what I do, why I do it, feel free to ask me. You can always join the Discord. There's lots of content on the STP channel and on my new channel that I'm going to be banging out lots of content for. So make sure you guys subscribe to that channel as well. And hopefully everything is going to play out, man. I think this stuff is going to play out pretty nicely. We're just going to have to remain patient. That's it. Moon River just still sitting up here at $24. I got a leverage entry on this around $22.65. I plan on swinging this because, man, look at that daily squeeze. This breaks this daily squeeze. It is just going to go, man. Like, I have no reason to get out of this trade right now. Oh, I'm up a lot of percentage. It doesn't matter. I'm actually just doing this to prove a point. I took a really low risk on the trade, so I don't really care what happens. I set my stop at my entry, so I can't lose money on the trade. I'm just sacrificing potential profits by not taking profit. And like I showed you before, the Moon River chart looks absolutely crazy once it does do some sort of break like I think it's going to do. You guys are going to see one day this thing's just going to be up 100, 200%, 300%. And yeah, that trade's going to be pretty lit. And we're going to cover that again with another video and the story behind and the journey behind that trade and why we took it. All right. Looks like we got a few new people in the chat tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. And I will be, like I said, posting some. Go watch a Shot for Killers Korean movie and chill. Yeah, man. Well, I got lots of work to do, man. I wanna build some more content and really get the channels going because this is the time to do it. Right, building out right now is what I want to be doing and really helping as many people as I can. Like as I had stated in my intro, my goal is to change 1 million lives, and the only way to really do that is to continue producing content that's applicable to everybody. And I guess I really need to dumb it down. I know I'm really technical, but it's tough to do that once you're already at this level. But I'm going to do my best to do that for everybody, and hopefully it resonates, and hopefully people kind of catch on and join me and follow me. So where's everybody from, man? We got lots of people are tuning out right now, but that's all good, man. Anyways, we can chat later. Appreciate all you guys tuning in, and we'll catch you guys in the next stream. We still go live here on STP channel at 7 p.m. Eastern every week. no matter bull market or bear market, you can go see we were streaming through the bear, we were streaming through the bull. We're going to stream through it all. All right. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you guys next week.